I want to share with you a favorite entry of Rabbi Kook's in honor of his Yahrzeit, which is today, Gimel Elul. This article is about finding Hashem in the moment, maximizing the moment, and trying to seek out God the best that you can in the present. And it's called Bechol Derech Chadeo, which is in all of your ways you should know Him. It's a verse from Proverbs 3:6. So he opens up talking about prayer, and he says, first he opens up in general, says, one should try to find Hashem in all the ways in which you're engaged. It's very important because sometimes when we're doing one thing, we want to be somewhere else. Rabbi Kook's telling us that you can find Hashem in what you're doing in the moment and try to put all your energy and all your neshama there. So he opens up talking about prayer, and he says, God, one is in prayer, one should seek out God by means of contemplating prayer-related topics with proper intention and complete faith in the topics of prayer. And he says, at this interval, one should not seek knowledge in any other matter, because as one is engaged in a specific service, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God, rests specifically in this service and in no place else. So sometimes when you're praying, there's an urge to chat, there's an urge to learn, to open a sefer, a book. He's saying at that very moment, you're not going to find Hashem there. You're going to find Hashem in davening, contemplating the content of davening and having proper intention. Then he goes on to saying the same thing with Torah. When one is learning Torah, one should know that they will find HaKadosh Baruch Hu through delving into investigating the topic at hand and thoroughly remembering and repeating it. So when you're learning Torah, learn with all your neshama. Put yourself into it, because that's where you're going to find Hashem. Through this one will know the Blessed One through the Torah to the exclusion of all other paths, because in this moment God appears in this service. And he says when one is engaged in acts of loving kindness, so we talked about prayer, Torah, now loving kindness, benefiting others, then one should seek out HaKadosh Baruch Hu through exploring how to offer the greatest, most proper and enduring act of kindness. Basically saying, do what you're doing in the moment the best that you can, and keep your energy and focus there and not in other places. That's where you can find Hashem. He says the same goes for all the engagements in which one is preoccupied. Because in truth, there's nothing in the world that is not for God's honor. And in turn, everything that one does will become a mitzvah, an expression of God's will. That's the understanding of Bechol. In all your ways, get to know God. When you're doing something, put your full self into it, and you can find Hashem there. He says, when one performs an action in a complete manner, whether in thought or action, one should be happy with one's lot and not chase at that moment after anything else, because for this individual, in this moment, all of the universe is folded into this one specific act. I think that's so beautiful, this idea that the whole universe is folded into that specific act. I know there's a tendency oftentimes to let our mind stray, to want to be somewhere else. Rabbi Kook is telling us, don't be somewhere else. Where you are is where you need to be. The circumstances that you're facing are the circumstances you need to be in. Go with them, find Hashem there, and put your full energy in there. And in all your ways, you will find Him, you will find Hashem.